spring is in the air, but I have somebody who has a spring in her step. She's a bride on the run.
Maybe I'm helping the brides on the run. Maybe I'm not the bride, just helping the brides elope, or would be brides elope.
And Running Shaadi, it was .com, Shaadi.com put all stops on the .com.
Yeah, I mean, suddenly it happened and the court order came that I have to drop .com. And as a good citizen, I'll abide by the court's decision, and I have dropped .com, and it's now only Running
Anyway,
and
it's
Shaadi.
not good to have a full stop in your name, right?
So it's Running Shaadi.
Running Shaadi, and it'll keep on running.
Yes.
And Taapsee, after all these high-octane dramas, we saw you in Baby and Pink also was like action. I would call it action. I mean,
Started with an
action and suddenly romance. Was it intentional or?
It is not just romance, sort of romance with spunk. It's not the typical melodramatic romance again. Yes, it is something very different. But fortunately, unfortunately, it was supposed to happen before, then eventually it's coming after a couple of releases. But it's something which is me, myself. I mean, it's a character, me, myself on screen. It's Taapsee Unplugged on screen for you. So this is something in my comfort zone. This is something which, like, you will not really think twice of imagining me in this character, because this is who I am. That was actually out of my comfort zone when I had to be a little more hardcore, intense. It was very difficult to see me serious in my real life, and this is why it's so easy for me to do Nimmi.
You're going to see, you've seen many Sadanis and Punjabis. You're going to see a true Sikhni from Amritsar.
You know what they say, never mess around with Sikhnis.
That's what you're going to see this one.
Totally. And it's not just about non-stop chatter. It's also, we don't really have to chat for like non-stop to show that we are Sardanis or Punjabis. It's just that one line of retort that will make it clear that, you know, don't mess with us.
Absolutely. And also, what is this about you? What's the success formula? It seems that whatever you do is gold.
Oh no. See, I don't know. I mean, I know. You're going to watch this film. It's a very simple film. I'm not going to make you really over ambitious that this is that kind of film and that. This is a very sweet, very an amateur love story, immature love story, I'll say, and where you do mistakes and you do things which are very silly. So you just follow a character. So this film is all about Taapsee, who is sitting here, and you just follow her. You just follow her innocence and purity from Amritsar, the Golden Temple city.
I think his success formula is simplicity, because all the stories are very simple, very real. I think that's keep it simple is the success formula.
Absolutely, and keep it simple indeed. And also the middle class. Do you think now the middle class is your treasure trove for all those stories that are coming out?
Majority audience.
I mean, I have been a middle class all my life, so and I have seen life around myself. And so that's how I relate to it, and that's how we portray in my films.
And 2017 Taapsee is your year. Running Shaadi,
Believe that.
Ghazi. There's Judwar too. What changed?
There's Naam Shabana, and there might be
Naam
two
Shabana,
more.
yeah. Oh,
So, yes. So yeah, it is quite an eventful year for me, and all so different from each other. That is the beauty of it. You won't recognize the same girl who played that role, and then is it the same girl again? That is the beauty of it. I'm really looking forward to it. I've worked hard for 3 years. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, it's all coming one after the other. It's not how I planned. I was just working non-stop. It so happened that everything is coming together. But I think I have super confidence in all my films, and that's why I've been a part of it. It is a thought-out process of choosing each and every one of them, and I'm proud of all of them.
I think it's a Taapsee invasion.
Invasion.
Awesome. And I think Pink started it all.
I'm happy that Pink started, and now the next one is this. So
Yeah, baby, she flexed muscle, and suddenly Pink, everybody woke up like,
Yeah, and a
This is the
good
Puri
start
for us.
is half job done. So yeah.
Absolutely. And also you said that she's untouched by stardom. What is it about her? And you,
Monster. People are realizing it now.
Taapsee, is there a pressure to perform? Because, you know, every day, as they say, a good or a bad Friday makes her stars.
Yeah. See, there's no pressure, frankly speaking. This only pressure only comes on Wednesday, Thursday for me when the Friday is released. Before or after that, I don't really feel pressure, because I decide very thoughtfully who I want to work with. Once I decide my director, I am pressure free after that.
let me tell you, also pressure comes from when you start spending unnecessarily. When your films, you don't start spending unnecessary, and the films are economical.
Yeah.
There is no pressure. And you asked me that one formula, what is there in my films? I don't know the formula, but my films are they're not expensive at all. They're absolutely below average Bollywood cost.
How do you, I mean, you should actually give gyan to the rest. You just spend so much of money and then the films don't do well.
Yeah, I mean, if I tell you after the film is done, I'll tell you what the budget of the film. When the bare minimum money when it's recovered, we'll start shouting it's a hit. Then you'll know what the budget of the film is. Exactly.
And that's exactly what we're dealing with in Running Shaadi. It's a cheapest Shaadi possible. Getting out of the big fat weddings.
Exactly, I was about to tell you. Actually, Running Shaadi should be the mantra now to save costs
The
on
cheapest
money.
is
yes.
cost-effective marriage.
Otherwise, people are asking, it's a big fat wedding as a Bollywood Shaadi film. I said, no, this is the cheapest Shaadi you can do. 1,000 rupees you need. You need two witnesses, one lawyer and one panditji.
And all those boys and girls should listen to it. They should just elope.
We are not propagating that, but whoever is ready to has made up their minds, we can help them legally. But
It's a legal way of setting yourself and choosing your life partner, an absolutely legal way.
And also another thing is, both of you are not from the filmy background. What do you make of nepotism in the film industry? Where everybody is somebody's son, daughter, chacha, taya.
I don't know how to react to this. I mean, I'm making films since 2005. But still, I'm not from the industry. So I think that's fine. Possibly that's keeping us sane and rooted.
And what about you?
I think I'm a very proud outsider. And I think if someone asks me about the outsider tag or the godfather tag, I say my audience is my godfather, and that's the benefit we get being an outsider, because it's the audience who's made us and it's the audience who's going to be with us. And I think that's the biggest godfather anyone can have. So I'm pretty proud of it.
I love Delhi Walas. So anybody who's in Mumbai from Delhi, I love to work with them.
And you love to make your movies in Delhi. So what is it about the city where everyone says the city really needs a lot of work, socially, economically, and in more ways than one?
I live in Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata, but my heart is in Delhi. I love this city.
That's why you like exploring the heart of
Oh
it.
yes, all my films are based in Delhi.
And your next one is also a romantic film, and you're also doing a biopic on Udham Singh.
I'm making a biopic on Udham Singh, which most of the people don't know about him. Who was he?
Lost in the history books, but General Dyer.
Yeah, but he is one of the most important person in our independent, as a martyr, which changed the course of the history of this independent movement.
And Taapsee, you've got this action lineup happening, but which is that one movie that you really want to do? A kind of a film that you really want to do?
Will you make me Udham Singh? Then I'll do that.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe it's a revamped version.
Exactly. Gender role reversals.
History revamped.
And talking about genders, I mean, last year, 2016 was great for women, in a way. Women dominated.
It's only the start, I think. We have changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. I'm extremely happy to see all the A-listers or the big female stars taking up the center stage and doing a film all on their shoulders. I think the fact that a newcomer like me, who's just 3 films old, is already doing a title role shows the fact that people have really changed and evolved over a period of time, accepting scripts based on females. They're doing well on box office. On an average, now we have 1 film a month at least, which is based on a female, and that's a very good sign. We are almost racing towards a good change.
And also women like you are standing up, whether it's body shaming, whether it's fairness creams. Do you think it's time that we just spoke up and put an end?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying just be the big loud mouth, but just at least stand for what you believe. I mean, I wouldn't have gone on top of the roof and shouted, I don't believe in it. I got something, I was offered something, I didn't like it, I voiced, I stood up against it. That I don't want to do it, and this is the reason. That's good enough.
That's the way it should be for people who don't like historical cinemas or some problem with the characters. Exactly the way they should be protested. If they don't like it, they don't watch it. But don't break the cinema theatres.
Absolutely. This is a problem that I think the industry is facing with, and then they say that we don't have the Meryl Streeps in Bollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. You took my name, somebody's name who I'm in love with. So, Meryl Streep, yes. I mean, you have no right to stop another film lover to go and watch a film. Yeah, you can't just come and break the set, and you can't just break and do a hooliganism around it. If you don't like an idea, fine. You don't like an idea, there's a court, there's an open platform like this to talk about. But don't show your power on it, and because we don't fight. I mean, we filmmakers have only one weapon, that's a film.
I think that's so beautiful when in one of the interviews Shah Rukh said, when he was asked why don't we have Meryl Streep, people who are standing up and talking. The moment we start talking about something, our sets are getting affected, our everything, there is releases are getting affected. So that's why we stay shut, and that's a problem. So that's
like
why
what happened with Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. You have every right to. This is a democratic country. You have every right to protest. But protest, there is many ways to protest.
Exactly.
We have many associations, courts are there. Open platform like here, you come and we all talk and debate it out. But that's not the way. Hooliganism is not the way.
Okay, your one achievement before we wrap up.
One achievement.
I know there are many, but that's one achievement.
No, that's a very interesting question actually. One achievement is I'm doing something I can say pretty decently, successfully, something that I never thought I could do, never wanted to do. I think that's an achievement. To do something that I never thought I'll be doing. Acting. I never thought I'll act in my life or I'll ever be a part of film industry. I'm doing it. I'm doing a pretty decent job. That's a big achievement for me.
And without the help of a godfather, a filmy name.
Yeah. That's the icing on the cake.
And what about you?
Achievements, I think my only achievement is that I'm still being a footballer. And my first love is football and I still play football. And my second achievement is I've kept my family out of the Bollywood.
Awesome. Football and family out of Bollywood. Now that's quite an achievement. So all the very best. So all of you run to the theatres for Running Shaadi. Not .com, just Running Shaadi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.